afford it.
Our next guest has called Moore, Oklahoma home for most of his life. He returned yesterday to survey the damage. Joining us now is Oklahoma Congressman Tom Cole. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning.
I know it must be really tough for you as a native to come back and see what's happened yet again, since it happened in 1999 as well. What do you make, sir, of the reports that some of these schools did not have these safe rooms, and that so far the reasoning seems to be because of funding?
Well, partly they're older schools, too. I mean, that's a comparatively new phenomenon, and so a lot of our newer schools do have them. Now, they're still very secure facilities. The schools themselves, honestly, were the safest buildings in their immediate neighborhood. You can look at what happened to the houses around them. So, obviously, I think there are calls in the state legislature to look at upgrading this. There are federal funds available, and a lot of that's been done here recently. But in this case, obviously, tragically, this was not one of the areas that was upgraded. So
Sure.
It's just an awful, awful thing.
And I'm sure that's going to be addressed once things get back to normal. But it's not going to be back to normal in your hometown for a while. And this wasn't just you as an observer watching the news. When the tornado hit, your wife, Ellen, and your son, Mason, were there in Moore, right?
Well, my son, fortunately, was a little bit south of here, so he was fine. My wife certainly was here. And, you know, we barely missed the one in 99. It went just to the north of this. This one went just to the south. So we've been blessed twice. A lot more fortunate than a lot of other people, clearly, in this area. So, you know, just one of those things where we were lucky and other people weren't.
Congressman, you were one of the people when Sandy hit East Coast that not worried about offsets. You say you just got to get money to these people. It's going to be hitting, it could be hitting your community soon. And that's certainly something, as you feel, as you look around right now, and they say it's worse than even Hiroshima.
Well, you know, again, I always believe in trying to be prudent and doing the very best you can, and I think most members do try to do that. But once a disaster happens, you know, we can fight about the money and how to pay for things after the fact. But I think Americans need this. I learned that lesson the hard way in the Oklahoma City bombing when I was Secretary of State and working with Governor Frank Keating and as his liaison to federal government. We got tremendous help, and we needed the help then, and we got it massively. We're getting great help now. And again, we'll certainly try and be prudent about it. People don't waste money here, but they need the help.
Congressman, if you could just talk about the human spirit of the people in Oklahoma as we close the interview, because you just brought up the Oklahoma City bombing. I hadn't even brought that into the equation in my mind. Just these massive storms and the destruction, the Oklahoma City bombing, what's it going to take to rebuild your hometown of Moore?
Well, we'll figure out the cost, but look, you rebuild with people, not with money, and we've got the best people in the world. They're tough, they're tenacious, they're compassionate, they help one another, and look, Oklahomans do that, but honestly, so do Americans. We get tremendous help from around the country when we're in a situation like this, and that's why, frankly, I think when other Americans are in the same boat, we try to be helpful back. So, again, I think we've got the spirit. There's no talk of not rebuilding and not putting this town back together. We've got great local leadership. Our mayor was the mayor in 99. Our city manager was the city manager in 99. And got a great governor in Mary Fallon. But again, at the end of the day, you got great people, and they'll put their lives, their homes, their businesses back together. They just need a little help while they're getting on their feet.
Absolutely. You got a big job ahead of you. U.S. Congressman Tom Cole, reporting from his hometown of Moore, Oklahoma. Congressman, thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. Good luck.